Welcome back to the Ball Don't Lie podcast. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the NBA draft, recapping the draft, giving our grades for each team, and we're going to be, talking about some news going around the league, Kyrie Irving situation, stuff like that. So, um, let's start off. Do you want to start off with the news or with the draft?
Oh, we can start off with the draft, I guess. That was
All right,
yesterday.
let's. Yeah. All right. So in the draft, we're going to go through every team's. Yeah, we're going to go through every team's picks and giving our grades for them. Um, Or do you want to go pick by pick? Or just I think every team is better because then you
Just
can
every
talk about
team's
the
grades, yeah.
yeah then you can talk about the second round picks as well. But um, all right, so Atlanta Hawks, we got AJ Griffin in the first round with the 16th pick. Ryan Rollins out of Toledo, who went to the Warriors, but they got Tyrese Martin in that trade. So Ryan Rollins is to the Warriors. I don't know why ESPN has Ryan Rollins here, but Tyrese Martin and AJ Griffin are the two picks for the Hawks. What would you give them?
I'm gonna actually give the Hawks a B plus. For what position for the at 16 to get AJ Griffin, kind of a steal. So I'm gonna give him a B plus. Pretty good. They needed a wing, and AJ Griffin pretty much fills that need. So, good pick by them. Because in my mock, I had them getting Jaden Hardy, and we know Jaden Hardy fell big time last night. But good for them to get AJ Griffin at 16, who was a first round pick, and he's a shooter too. He'll really help Trey out in the offensive game. Big pick by them.
I would give them. I like the AJ Griffin pick a lot at 16. I don't think. First of all, like with this draft, obviously I watch a lot of college basketball, and like I really I like to think and I'm pretty knowledgeable with all these prospects. But like the thing about the draft is I don't think the most the most knowledgeable draft expert could have predicted that EJ Liddell would have fallen to the second round. Like it's stuff like that
Yeah.
just happens. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think anyone had
Yeah.
AJ Griffin being available at 16. So um, it's just stuff that happens in the draft. It's just like it's cool to see. But AJ Griffin at 16, I think it's a great fit because he'll provide perimeter shooting for Trey. I'm gonna have to work on the defense, but the shooting is there from day one. Um, and I think he can develop well in Atlanta. Tyrese Martin is a guy who's like he worked his way into being in the draft. Not like a huge fan of his game, but he has a lot of heart. I'll give him a B. Actually, I'll give him like a B plus, A minus somewhere in that range. Hudson, what about you? Well, looks like Hudson's not here, so we're gonna move on to the next team, which is the Brooklyn Nets. Never mind, the Brooklyn Nets did not select anyone.
We can just talk about the rumors now.
Oh yeah, Brooklyn. Yeah. We'll talk about the Brooklyn rumors now, right? Then, yeah. So for every team, if there are any rumors, we'll talk about them. But for Brooklyn, we got to talk about the Kyrie situation because it was rumored, well, not rumored, but it was reported that Kyrie is and the Nets have stalled on an extension, talks over an extension. The Nets offered him a contract. Kyrie was not happy with it.
Can
And
I can I go first on this topic? Because I have
yeah.
firsthand experience with this.
Let me just like explain the whole thing.
Yeah.
Um, so he has until Wednesday to extend his contract with the Nets. If he doesn't extend his contract, he has like a list of 6 teams that he would like to be traded to. The Mavs, the Lakers, the Heat, the Clippers, the Knicks, and I believe I'm missing another team, but those 5 for sure. Um, and then Kevin Durant is now like uncertain about his future if Kyrie Irving leaves the Brooklyn Nets. So a lot of drama going on in Brooklyn. They didn't have any picks this season, but yeah, what are your thoughts about the situation?
Okay. I have firsthand experience being a Celtics fan, watching Kyrie Irving completely dismantle during a season and just practically give up down the stretch of a playoff run. He did it again with Brooklyn. He doesn't seem to be compatible with anybody. And his mind, he just wanders around, man. Like you don't know what kind of decision you're gonna get from Kyrie Irving. It's just not plausible to figure it out. Um, he's a weird dude, man. Like I haven't seen a guy like Kyrie Irving in my life. Like it's weird to explain it. Like when he said he was going to resign with Boston back in 2018, yeah, 2018, August during the Fan Fest. Um, Kyrie Irving said he was going to resign with the Celtics, and at first I was like, "Oh my goodness, this is big news. He's going to be the core of the Celtics for the next few years. Tatum, Kyrie, Brown, they're all going to be so good." That was what my thinking was, and then as the season progressed along and things just started to deteriorate, you had this bad feeling that he just wasn't gonna re-sign back. So it ended up happening. And look, the same situation's happening in Brooklyn, and it sort of happened in Cleveland too. Um, so it's I had a feeling that as soon as they lost, something was gonna happen this season because he had the player option because I don't know if you guys have heard the I don't know if you've listened to the episode on First Take where Stephen A. says I wouldn't give Kyrie Irving a contract at all, or I'd give him a short-term contract. That's what I thought the Nets were gonna do, but now it doesn't seem like they're gonna get anything done. Um, so yeah, I feel like he's out, and I did hear. I want you guys to know this firsthand. I heard from I saw the video. I saw a video today of Woj, and I don't know if you guys heard this too. Woj reported that Kyrie Irving has those 6 teams, like Suhas mentioned. However, the interest is not mutual. That means none of these teams want Kyrie Irving because they don't know the guarantee. And Kyrie has mentioned before that he wants to retire early, which is another scare for teams. So I know this is be controversial, but I have a strong feeling that Kyrie Irving is going to retire in about a year or two. I just have a strong feeling about it because he is so moody, and I just don't think teams can trust him at all. To be honest, as for Kevin Durant, hey, all I'm gonna say is he tweeted something out last night saying it's a wings league. Hey, all I'm saying is there's 2 elite wings in Boston. Just go ahead and fly on over to Boston. We'll take care of it, and we're gonna win the championship next year. But go ahead. Go
I
on,
believe that I believe that Kyrie, that Woj video, I believe he said the Lakers were interested.
Okay, if the Lakers are interested, I mean they're interested in everybody. But let's be real, they're not getting him.
So this is quote unquote. The Lakers are interested. The Clippers, the Knicks, and the Mavericks have shown no interest, and the Miami Heat have shown little interest.
Yeah. The, look, who would the Lakers give back that the Nets would accept? They don't have any first round picks, or if they
It would
do,
have to be
it's like a
Russ and
2029.
THT or something.
Yeah, you think Brooklyn is really gonna take Russ and THT? Hell no.
The other thing is Brooklyn doesn't have to listen to Kyrie and trade him to those 6 teams. Like, bro, like you're quitting on the team, and now you want to give us 6 teams that you want to go to. We're not trading you to those 6 teams, bro.
Exactly. We're gonna trade you somewhere. You know where he should go? He should go suffer in Sacramento. Go suffer in Sacramento, or go to a shitty team and learn what it's like again to be on a terrible team. Like, did this dude forget he was on a lottery team for the first few years of his career? Like, he thinks he's the dude. No, you're not, bro. You are not the dude. You won your championship with LeBron James being the alpha dog. Okay? Yeah, you hit big shots, but you're not an alpha dog. Okay? And you definitely can't command a team, i.e., Boston.
Hudson, what are your thoughts?
So, worth noting quickly that none of the 6 teams that he listed would be able to sign him, right? It would have to be in an opt-in, then a request and sign and trade or whatever.
Yeah.
All right. So, honestly, I'm just speaking as a Heat fan because obviously we are one of the teams on the list. I would not want Kyrie Irving here. Like Tay just said, like not even just that with the COVID thing, I'm not sure if that's a huge impact for this upcoming season, but also just with how he is saying that he might retire early, we could expect him to retire within the next 3 years, maybe even sooner than that. And I really just don't want to take a risk with that, sign to this, not like a max deal or anything, but could possibly come to that and have to be paying him over $40 million a year or $35 million a year for the next couple of years that he's not even with the team. So it would just, and also that would require trading. I'm not even sure what we would end up trading for that to Brooklyn, but obviously with the KD situation, seeing if Irving ends up leaving, KD is most likely, to me, going to end up requesting a trade out of there too. And that's where things could get interesting. The Miami Heat were at number one of the odds that came out today to land Kevin Durant if you were to request a trade.
Timeout.
And
That's what Brian Windhorst said.
yeah. What did you say, Tejas?
Go ahead, keep talking.
All right.
I would take Kyrie in Miami, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'll take him in Miami.
Actually, Phoenix leads the odds right now.
Did they change in the past couple hours?
I don't know, what website that is.
Obviously, Durant or their Nets are the obvious favorite, but if he were to leave, the odds are listed at Suns, Mavericks, Celtics, Warriors, Raptors, Grizzlies as the next few teams.
Behind the Heat.
I don't know when those odds are published.
Hold on. I'm
This is
doing
per
research.
Keep talking,
Hudson.
Per Bet Online, the odds. This is per Bet Online. The Heat are at 5/2, Grizzlies 4/1, Hawks 9/2.
Hold on. Sports Daily. Hold on. I have the odds right here. Okay, yeah, you are right. Bet Online AG has Miami as number one.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. Where is Boston? Is plus 1,600?
It just look, Tejas. If KD were to go,
who are Boston giving up though?
Yeah, you'd have to give
Jaylen Brown.
You're right. No, not Jalen. It'd be
then there's nobody.
They don't have anyone that the Boston Celtics would have.
That's very true. I don't know.
I mean, if we're talking Kevin Durant, I feel like Boston may be willing up to give up Jaylen Brown.
Maybe we'll see. But who is Miami gonna give up then? Bam?
And we're talking about Bam here.
We're talking about Bam.
I don't know.
I don't the whole package for KD.
I don't know about. I would take Kyrie in Miami though. I would if he retires in 3 years, he will win a championship before that. So I don't really
and you're yeah, really?
Wait, Suas, are you saying trade Lowry? Trade Lowry?
I trade Lowry.
Okay.
Suas, you gotta realize what you just said, okay? Kyrie is one of the most moodiest players you'll ever see.
And you gotta realize that Pat Riley doesn't put up with that shit, bro.
Okay, first of all, you know the Heat culture. This guy,
he won't put up.
This guy is the anti-Heat culture, like.
Yeah, but there's a reason that Miami's on his list, obviously.
They're on his list because he wants to go play with Jimmy. Duh.
Jimmy wants to play with him too, by the way.
But the problem is, you're not seeing my point. Kyrie is the anti-Heat culture.
Yeah, but I'm saying that if he goes to the Heat, I think that I think Pat Riley's gonna make it clear.
It doesn't matter for him. Kyrie's gonna do his own thing. I promise you, bro. I've seen this episode 4 times. 4 times.
That's fine though, but our team will still be very talented with him on the court, and the vaccination thing doesn't matter.
No. Okay, vaccination doesn't matter anymore because New York let go of their protocols, and Miami or Florida doesn't have any protocols.
Yeah, you don't have to be vaccinated in Miami.
No, and so okay, let's ignore that for a second. You do realize this is Miami. Kyrie Irving. How many games do you think he's gonna miss next season, Suhas? If he went
54.
If he went to Miami, how many games?
If he went to Miami.
Yeah, if you went to Miami,
like 20 something.
I think he'd miss like 20.
I think he misses 30 plus.
I don't think it's that severe because the majority of the games that he missed was because of the vax.
Okay. Here's what I'm saying. Okay?
Like I'm pretty sure like 90% of the games that he missed.
Ignore last season. Do you remember the year before when Kyrie Irving missed 4 games because he wanted to go to his sister or some like party or something?
I mean, but like Lowry did the same thing this season. He missed the games due to personal reasons.
Okay, but like
Missed like 6 in a row.
a party is completely different than personal reasons.
Yeah, but you don't know what personal reasons could be someone's birthday. Like you had no like.
Dude, didn't like 2 seasons ago with Harden coming into Brooklyn like before? Didn't he take like a whole entire month like personal?
Dude, that's
reason?
what I'm saying. He is so moody, bro.
That's
like
fine,
that,
dude. I'm willing to put up with that because his talent level
No,
is so
you
high.
are not. I'm telling you,
Bro,
Pat Riley
bro,
will
but
not
look-
put up with that. Ain't no
Look,
way.
he doesn't.
Dude, but like
He doesn't play.
at some point
He
you
doesn't
just have
play.
to say, fuck
Okay.
all the other stuff. Like on the court, this dude is crazy. So
Okay.
Bro, then
okay.
he's gonna say something like
Bro,
then just cut me.
if he's not gonna say that, bro, because clearly he knows that everybody knows about the Heat culture, bro. It's not a secret. So if Miami's on his list, then he clearly knows that that he's not stupid. He knows what Miami's gonna do to him.
And he's
So, like,
he's still gonna get his way, Suhas. Dude,
Look, I'm saying
I've
he wouldn't
seen
put
this
Miami on his
multiple
list, bro.
times. He did it in 2 seasons, bro. 2 seasons.
And I'm saying he wouldn't put the Heat on his
let
list
me-
if he
let
was
me-
gonna
let me-
do it. Though.
Suhas, 2018 playoffs run. This dude gave up on his team. He didn't show up to Game 5, didn't show up to Game 7 against Cleveland. Why? Why did he not show up? You know why, Suhas? You know why this guy didn't show up? This guy had face surgery at the worst, most inopportune time because of a bone bruise he had
But wasn't he
8
injured
months
anyway?
ago. Okay, he already had the knee procedure. Okay, fine. This is a completely different face procedure he had, and he missed Game 5 and Game 7. Missed it. And he could have had the same surgery a week or 2 later. And he missed it.
I understand.
He gave up on his team. What happens the very next year, Suhas? You know the debacle. Dude, he gave up on Cleveland. He gave up on Boston. He's giving up on Brooklyn. What makes you think he's not going to give up on Miami?
Because those teams are not Boston. Miami's not Boston, Brooklyn.
Dude, stop.
They have an identity, bro.
Stop it, bro. Stop.
No one who's gone to Miami has ever done that. And if he put Miami on his list, bro, he clearly knows about the team.
And
bro.
there's no interest. There's no interest. Why do you think Pat Riley is showing 0 interest?
That Woj. So the thing about that video is that Woj never said anything about the Heat. He only talked about the Clippers, the Mavericks, and the Knicks, and the Lakers. It's the thing says little interest by the Heat, but you never mentioned the Heat. So I don't know why they said that. They could still be interested. If I'm giving up Kyle Lowry and Duncan Robinson and 2 picks, bro, I'm doing it, bro. I don't care about this.
No way in hell. The Brooklyn Nets are taking Kyle Lowry and 2 first-round picks. If that happens,
no, but what I'm saying is that if you request a trade, then you basically his value goes even lower. And if teams are already not interested, then you're not gonna have to give up much. I don't think so.
I think they
I don't think you're gonna have to give up much.
Okay, we can move on, but I want to say one last thing. You know how you get rid of cancer on your team? You know how you get rid of cancer? Just ask the Pittsburgh Steelers what they did with Antonio Brown.
You see what Mike Tomlin said about AB possibly coming back to
Let me tell you how you cut cancer. You cut him from the team. You let him walk. He's already been such a detriment to your team.
You can't do that because then you gotta pay the money. He's making too much money. If you just cut him outright, you have to pay like I think half of his contract.
He can decline his option and walk. That's all he's got to do.
Yeah, no, he can't. He can do that.
And if he
but
does,
like, then they won't get. Then they
won't
get. No, but then they won't get anything back for him.
Dude, I would rather get nothing back. It is hard to cut cancer from a team. Just ask the Steelers. They traded Antonio Brown
you don't think
for a
you wouldn't rather
fifth round
you wouldn't
pick.
rather trade for him? You wouldn't rather trade him? Like and get something
I'd
back?
rather cut him. Dude, screw the trade. This dude is such a detriment to a team.
No, but if he's leaving anyway, you'd rather trade him than cut him because you can get something back.
Okay, fine. And get basically nothing back in value. You're gonna get getting nothing back in value. I'd rather get a second round pick at this point. Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna get at least like 1 or 2 picks, if not anything.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
but that's yeah. We
He
can
is
move on.
such a detriment. Like I'm Kyrie used to be one of my favorite players. But after the Boston debacle, I was done with him.
Oh, well, speaking of the Celtics, their only pick was J.D. Davison. Tatus, you can start. What were your thoughts on that?
I'll tell you what, J.D. Davidson is an athletic freak. He's really athletic. He's a very inconsistent shooter, and he does get turnover happy at times. I watched a lot of Alabama last year or this year. He gets turnover happy at times, but he does have good vision. He has very good vision. He's a I don't know how to characterize this. He's a smart. He's a high IQ defender, but he's a little undersized for his position. So I don't hate the pick at all, especially at 53. I don't hate it at all. In fact, I think he's got a little bit of promise just because of the athletic ability. We've seen the Celtics, develop guys like Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown was considered just an athletic freak at the time. And he had to develop his shooting skills. Obviously the passing hasn't come around, but athletic freak like Robert Williams. Look at Robert Williams. Robert Williams was he had a ton of potential, athletic freak, just written all over him, and the Celtics just nurtured him into a shot blocker. So, I'm not saying Davison is going to be like the next great point guard. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is the Celtics can nurture him into a good role player on the team so he can give them value. I don't hate the pick at all. I'm going to give it a B. And a 53, solid pick.
Yeah, I don't like J.D. Davison that much. I'm not a fan of his game at all. He's athletic, but that's really all he has to me. He's not a high IQ offensive player. Takes a lot of bad shots. Turns the ball over a lot. He's just not a winning player to me, and I just don't like the pick.
Hold on, not a winning player? You did see what Alabama. You did see what Alabama.
I watched a lot of Alabama. He shot them out of a lot of games.
They beat some of the better teams in the league. You do know they beat Gonzaga, right? They beat Auburn, right? They beat these.
They also
they beat Baylor.
They lost the game to Auburn where J.D. Davison shot them out the game.
They did lose games to trash teams, but they did beat Gonzaga, Auburn, Baylor. Some of these bigger teams, they beat them. And J.D.
That's fine,
Davison,
but I don't put that on J.D. Davison. I put that on Javon Quinterly, who's still in college right now, and the other part of Alabama's offense. I just don't like J.D. Davison at all. I mean, it's a good pick at 53 because 53 you don't really like 53.
Yeah, this is a bail type of pick. You just
it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
because he's at 53. If they took him at 30, then I would be even more mad. But it's an okay pick. I'll give it a B. I'm not a J.D. Davison fan at all. I thought if they would take a point guard, they should have taken Gene Montero out of the overtime elite, who I'm a big fan of.
I'll give this pick a B too. Not gonna say that I've also watched a ton of Alabama because I haven't, but reading some analysis here on ESPN and the post draft stuff says that obviously, like Tate said, the turnover stuff can get a bit concerning at times, but with the offensive struggles at times here and there, the defense is still on point. So
he's just very inconsistent. That's the only problem that I have with him. It's just like
he didn't play a ton of minutes.
You just don't know what you're gonna get for. Like he showed flashes where he had some great games, but then he had games where he went scoreless. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he turned the ball over. Like you just don't know what you're getting from this dude. That's why I just don't like him.
The thing was during the regular season, he actually didn't play too many minutes. He only played 25 minutes a game. There were games that he came off the bench too. So like
he came off the bench for the whole season, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he came off the bench. So to play 25 minutes off the bench, not bad at all. But again, this is a 50 at 53. You're not gonna get top level talent. So I have no problem with the pick at all. I actually went to bed early, so I didn't even see this pick. But I'm not too mad at it. Hey, I have a question for you, Suas. I don't know if you know this. I haven't searched it up. When's JD Note draft eligible?
JD Note, he returned to college, so I think he might declare for the draft after this season.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, bro. I don't give a damn. I'll do anything to go get JD Note. That's how much I think he good is. He's so good, bro. JD Note.
No, he's really good, but he's already like 23.
Yeah, I don't care though. He's really good.
No, yeah, JD Note he's really good. He's gonna be like one of those like he'll be. I think he'll be like a second round pick.
If I'm the Celtic, I'm getting them.
Charlotte Hornets. Before we talk about their pick, we got to talk about their coach because they hired.
Oh yeah,
Steve Clifford again.
Bro,
another
how did you fumble this bag so badly? You had Kenny Atkinson, and what made him turn away so quickly to go back to the Warriors? It just doesn't make sense.
The span of like 15 hours,
Literally, after
they
he
messed
won the
up.
championship. Yeah.
Yeah, I
guess I'll go first though, because I live in the Charlotte area.
They drafted Mark Williams and Josh Minot. Oh,
okay.
Wait, what
Let's talk coach first, and then we'll talk about
not Josh Minot. Sorry, Bryce McGowan.
Yeah, McGowan's. Then we'll talk about this debacle that happened last night with the Charlotte Hornets. But let's get to coaching first. Look, I was very excited for this Charlotte area when Kenny Atkinson was announced the coach. Because what do we know about Kenny Atkinson? Kenny Atkinson is a great developmental coach. He took that Nets, well, not him, but he developed guys like D'Angelo Russell, Karis LeVert, Jarrett Allen. Those guys became big-time players in this league because of the Brooklyn Nets development. He wasn't able to himself, but because of the culture he established in Brooklyn, guys like KD and Kyrie showed up. So I thought this was a great pickup for Charlotte, but just fumbled the bag, man. Like, and let me tell you guys something, okay? Charlotte has 3 major sports teams, and it only had 2 before the Charlotte FC team came into play. You know it's bad when the best team in your city is an inaugural soccer team, and they're not even that good. That's bad. This city is in a bad drought right now. The Panthers aren't looking good. Hornets, they're just fumbling the bag decision after decision, and it's not looking good. Now we'll get to the draft picks. Okay. Jalen Duren, mind you, is not he's not the top 3. He's not one of the top 3 picks. He has good potential and he has good size, and it's a position the Hornets needed. But to only get 4 second-round picks and a protected pick from Denver, of all teams, in 2023, next year, a pick from Denver? How do you fumble the bag so badly? Like, I don't get it. I was saying last night itself, Charlotte should fire the entire front office. But after the Steve Clifford hiring today as well, that entire front office should be gone. Michael Jordan better be having a discussion right now to get rid of Mitch Kupchak right now. Kupchak, or whatever his name is. Get his ass out of there. Unbelievable. I cannot believe the Hornets did something like this. Like, it's just okay. I don't have a problem if you thought Mark Williams was the better player than Jalen Duren. Fine, and you took Mark Williams at 13, but the return you got for Jalen Duren is just unacceptable. Who you think you're drafted? You think out of those 4 second-round picks, you're really gonna find the next Nikola Jokic? Really? I'm giving this team, just because of the Mark Williams pick, I'll give this team a D, but I'm just absolutely pissed off. Like, this Charlotte area needed some hope. The Hornets were that hope. They made it to the play in these last 2 years. LaMelo Ball's a star, but stuff like this is why this city is in a drought, and this city hasn't won anything, not even one championship in any of their sports teams. This is why, because of front office baffling decisions. It's crazy. I'm done. I'm gonna leave it to you two.
Well, I mean, Mark Williams' pick was good. Yeah, the Jalen Duren trade was kind of baffling. As far as the coach is concerned, I just don't know why you would hire a coach that already was a part of your team. I just don't like. I don't like, bro. Like, what team has done that? Hired a coach that they fired before? Like, I don't think any team has done that in NBA history. They have to be the first team to do that because I cannot think of another team. Um, yeah, I just don't like the coaching hire. I like their picks, Mark Williams and Bryce McGowan's, especially for where they got Bryce. Dude, that's a steal. I thought Bryce was a first round talent. I had him going in the first round. Um, he,
Oh,
he,
John
he
Gruden.
just
John Gruden. Well, that's NFL, but John Gruden.
yeah, yeah, that's NFL. Yeah, Bryce McGowan's can just he's a guy who can score off the dribble and create his own shot, and like those usually go in the first round. So I thought that was a good pick. The Duran thing, I mean, I don't know what the like. I was kind of confused with that whole trade in general. It took me a while to understand what was going on, especially with like Woj and Shams reporting like two different things, which both turned out to be correct somehow. So like I didn't know if the Hornets were selecting the pick for the Pistons, and then they were just getting second round picks in return. Like I don't know what the situation was, but um, I mean, yeah, I guess I'll like as far as the picks itself, I'll give them a B plus. The only reason it's not an A was because I thought they could have had Duran, and I think Duran is better than Mark Williams.
B
So.
plus.
Yeah, just because I like Mark Williams and Bryce McGowan.
Look, the Mark Williams pick is fine.
Mm-mm.
Like they got their center, fine. But DePaco with Jalen Duren is just enough to put it to a.
It's to me it's not even the whole entire thing with Jalen Duren. It's just that what they did. I mean, it is with Jalen Duren, but just like the fact that they had that pick, like they could have just had Jalen Duren. Like I would rather personally.
No, but if they think that Mark Williams is better,
bro, they could have had
no,
Jalen Duren
but
and AJ
if they think
Griffin.
that,
That's what's so baffling about this situation. Do you really think you're gonna find the
Mhm.
next Draymond Green or Nikola Jokic in the second round? Hell no.
no, but if they
And
think that,
personally, I'm what?
if they think that Mark Williams is better, then I don't blame them.
Yeah, I mean, okay, again, but like you could have had AJ Griffin at 15.
Yeah,
Look,
no,
it's
yeah, you
it's
could have
fine.
had AJ Griffin at 15.
It's fine if they'd rather Mark Williams over Jalen Duren, but it's just that with the 13th, you basically traded the 13th pick for 4 second-round picks and a 2025 first via Milwaukee, which is obviously they're gonna have Giannis obviously, and like they're not gonna be good. So I just don't know what their mindset was there.
Oh, okay. So now I understand what you guys are saying. I forgot that they actually had the 13th pick. I don't know. I thought the Knicks had the 13th pick, and then they traded it to the Hornets, who traded it to the Pistons.
No,
No,
they
the
they they
Hornets had
traded
2
Dirt, the
first-round picks,
Knicks,
bro.
then the Knicks traded
Oh, okay. So
right.
okay, well that makes it like a C then. I
Yeah.
honestly didn't know that they had two first round. Like I knew, but like I forgot. So
Yeah, exactly. They could have had. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if they took another player at 13, then took Mark Williams at 15, maybe or something like that. But I I just don't really see the mindset behind it.
I'm telling you,
yeah,
this Charlotte front office, there's something wrong with them. Like,
yeah. I don't know. I now that I look at the fact that they had two picks, it's kind of weird to me. And did you see they posted all the picks that they traded to? They posted "Welcome to Charlotte, Jalen Duren" on their selection, on their Instagram.
yeah, it's unbelievable.
Moving on to Chicago, their only draft pick was Dalen Terry.
It was a huge reach. Dalen Terry. Look, I don't mind if you took him late, like 20s, like that. That's fine. But really, 18? Come on, bro. Guys like Malachi Branham, um, I forgot who else was there. Uh, Suhas, bring me names. I forgot who else was available at the
Uh,
time.
okay, 19. The Grizzlies took
Champ
Jake
was
Laravia.
available, bro. Like, you can't be taking date. Like, I get it. He's big for the point guard position, but like, come on, bro. It's a C in my opinion because Jalen Terry is still a solid player, but it's a reach. And Chicago always has a habit of doing this, reaching. We saw them reach with Patrick Williams 2 years ago. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so it's always been a
Yeah.
habit with them. So
I don't think it was too big of a reach because I had him going at 19. So like I don't think it was that big. I just thought I just don't like that they took a point guard. Like that was like the only reason that I don't like the pick. Your backcourt is filled already. Like where is he playing? And what is this? You took Dalen Terry. My comparison for Dalen Terry was Lonzo Ball. So what does it say about Lonzo Ball's knee? Like what is that?
Lonzo.
What does that say about his knee? Because that the fact that they took a point guard who plays exactly like Lonzo at 18, it doesn't look so good for Lonzo's injury, in my opinion. Like I think they know something that we don't. So, um, Jalen Terry, I mean, he's a good player. I had him going like in that late teen, early 20 range. So I don't think it was too big of a reach, but I just don't like the fact that they took a point guard. You could have taken like, I mean, I even like the Grizzlies took who Jake Laravia at 19. I thought the Bulls could have taken him, even though that would have been a reach as well. At least it was in a position of need that you guys actually needed. I just don't like Dalen Terry. As far as where he's gonna play, because like I just don't know where. Especially with Kobe White and people like that still there as well. Alex Caruso, like, yeah, like I just don't know where he's playing. So I'll give this a C, a C plus.
I'm probably gonna be giving this pick a B minus. I don't think I hate it as much as you guys, but not that I like it as much as some other people. I think Dalen Terry was a riser on a lot of draft boards coming up in the coming weeks of draft day, and I think a lot of teams just didn't really know where to have him, and obviously the Bulls had him, I would say, much higher than a lot of other teams. But I, like Tate just said, the Bulls have reached a couple times with reaching for Patrick Williams a couple years ago, and then also, they traded their pick to Orlando last year, which was another reach for Vucevic. But I think a trade down could have possibly been an option for Chicago here if they were really eyeing Dalen Terry. Would have been a bit of a risk, but I feel like it's worth the risk if you're going with some other guys in this draft class. But I mean, if they're taking Suas, were you talking about if they're taking a point guard here, then they may not have that much faith in Lonzo?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's okay. I wasn't really paying attention before, but yeah, that I second that with obviously maybe taking that big point guard here, looking to maybe keep him for the future if you don't have much faith in Lonzo Ball's knee injury. Obviously, with the history of that, he was out for most of last season, so maybe interesting to see the rotation in Chicago with their new rookie.
All right, moving on to the Cavs. They took Ochai Agbaji, who we all predicted going on our mock drafts. And then they took Evan Mobley's brother, Isaiah, from USC, with their second.
yeah, I'm gonna give the Cavs a B, leaning towards B plus. Ochai Agbaji is a great pick in my opinion. Really fills out that wing spot that they had a hole at. Um, and their young core is really nice. Garland, Mobley, Allen. Levert's not young, but he's under the 20s. Okoro, Jetty Osman. They got a really young team, Cleveland. Good future. Ochai Agbaji will definitely add to that. So yeah, this is a B plus.
I'm giving this pick an A just because if you have the same pick as I did in my mock draft, you're getting at least A. So you did something right. So I'm giving you an A, Cleveland, because you guys had one job for me. You took Ochai Agbaji. Really good fit. I like Isaiah Mobley too, but a lot of people just look at him as Evan Mobley's brother, but he actually has game. I think he's very slept on. He has game and he has guard like skills at that power forward position. So yeah, I like both their picks. I'm giving it an A. I don't think there's much that else they could have done. I think they had a pretty solid draft overall.
Yeah, I'm kind of debating. I'm gonna give them an A minus, kind of between A minus and a B plus. Oshai Agbaji was a pick at 14 for a lot of people in their mocks, and they had one job, which was to not mess it up and pick anybody else but Agbaji, and they did not do that. So did a good job at 14. I'm not totally understanding the Khalifa Diop pick at early in the second round, which is kind of where I'm skeptical of putting them into that B plus tier. But
He's a drafting.
Isaiah
He's a
Mobley,
drafting stash.
like you said,
He's a drafting stash.
oh, that's fair.
Yeah, he's
Fair.
going back to Spain this season.
Okay, then I'll keep him an A minus, I guess. Isaiah Mobley, like you said, referred to as Evan's brother, but played against us in the first round of the March Madness tournament. USC nearly beat us, which was scary to watch, but led by Isaiah Mobley that game was. So I saw a lot of him in that game. He had some skill too, so it's going to be fun to see them both playing with each other. But Oshai Agbaji, like we mentioned in the mock draft, was just a player that you can plug in their rotation, give them a better chance at making them to a higher seed into the playoffs this year.
All right, next we got the Dallas Mavericks. One of my players in the draft, Jaden Hardy at 37. I'm just giving them an A plus for y'all. Great. I'm just giving them an A plus. Y'all got boy at 37, bro. There's no way he should have found the 37. Dude, this guy should have gone a lot higher. I don't know why he went 37. Teams are gonna regret that. He's gonna make a lot of teams pay. He's gonna surprise some people. So I'm giving him an A plus.
Is it just Jaden Hardy, or didn't they have anybody?
Yeah, they didn't have a first round pick because they traded it.
Right, to Dallas. Yep. Okay, I'm sorry, to Houston. Oh yeah, Jaden Hardy, that's an A for me. To get him at 37, we had. I have my mock right here. I had Jaden Hardy going 16 to the Hawks. Are you kidding me? 21 spots later, and he's still available. So yeah, that's a clear W in my mind. That's easily an A. He's a great player. Jaden Hardy's a great player. He's gonna really help Dallas a lot. And don't look now, but Dallas has got a team. They have a slow but steady team, and do not sleep on them. Luka can carry a team, and they got some core pieces around him. Jaden Hardy's definitely going to be one of them. So I'm going to have to give him an A.
Yeah, I'm going to be giving Dallas an A too. I think Wendell Moore at 26 is a really good pick. I think he was a guy that I would have loved for the Heat to pick up. Seeing him go a pick earlier was kind of annoying to me, but looks like we weren't going to be drafting him anyways. But obviously, the main highlight of the draft was having Jaden Hardy fall down to them at, what was it? Was it 37? 39?
37.
And I'm not really sure how that happened. If you told anybody that after he committed to the G League, 37, yeah. If you told anybody that he was going to be falling to 37 a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, about when he committed to the G League or whatever, I think they would have thought you were crazy. Obviously, being ranked to go like top 3, maybe even the first overall pick in the 2022 draft, seeing him fall this far obviously shows how much talent was on that G League team and the inconsistency that he held throughout the first half of the season about. But I think he's going to be a really good player in this league. I'm not saying a superstar or anything like that, but I think he's going to be just a solid player all around on a championship contending team in Dallas.
All right, next team is Denver Nuggets, who picked Christian Brown at 21, and Peyton Watson at 30, Ismail Kamagate, one of my sleepers, at 46.
Suhas, I know you didn't like the Christian Brown pick at 21.
I thought it was too high.
It's a
he's
reach.
A good player. I just thought
It is a reach. I'll give it to you. But you can you know what the saying is there's a really good saying out there in the NBA world. You can never reach on shooters. This dude is a really good shooter. He's big, and he's sort of the wing spot that the Denver Nuggets needed. Peyton Watson at 30. I don't really know who he is. I've never
Yeah, no, he's a project. He averaged like 3 points per game
Yeah,
at UCLA.
he's a
Not
project.
doing anything.
So I'm actually gonna give them a B, leaning towards B plus. I really like the Christian Brown pick. Even though they could have gotten him at 30, I think, but you can never reach on shoot. Like you can never have too many shooters, and with a guy like Nikola Jokic on your team, you need all the shooters you can get. So I don't have really much of a problem.
Give him like a B. I like that. I like Christian Brown. I don't want to have people think I don't like Christian, but I just thought it was pretty high. Um, Peyton Watson is solid. I just don't know where he's playing in Denver. Kamagate I really like. I think he's obviously one of my sleepers. He's gonna be a really good player. He's gonna be a really good backup to Jokic. Who's there? They don't have a backup center, like a
DeMarcus
solidified
Cousins.
backup. They do have DeMarcus. Isn't he a free agent?
I don't think so.
They probably. Well, if they do have DeMarcus Cousins, then once DeMarcus Cousins retires, he will take the reins or something like that. But I'm pretty sure DeMarcus Cousins is a free agent because there's no way they sign him to more than 1 year contract.
He's on a 1 year right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give him a B plus.
Buddy.
Hudson.
My fault. With the Nuggets, I feel like Christian Brown is. I'm not gonna say it's a complete reach. I mean, It's higher than most people thought. Than basically everybody thought he would be landing. But I'm not gonna say it was a total reach where where it was to the point that they should have traded back because Golden State was another team that definitely could have picked him up at number 27 or something, or 28 was it? And there was just some other. I mean, maybe even Miami was mocked in a couple of different places to land Christian Brown too. He's a shooter who can play defense too. He can really fit in most teams' rotation, and I think Denver is going to be a great place for him at number 21.
All right, moving on to Detroit, who had a great draft in my opinion.
Okay. I think we can all agree
Women.
Detroit gets an A plus for this draft. All of us can agree on that.
Yeah.
Yep.
No,
Yes.
yeah, Jason Levy, Jalen Bren, and
Jalen Williams.
Gabriel
Oh no,
Procida.
that's Thunder. Never mind.
So Jalen Williams on the OKC. Gabriel Procida, Gabriel Procida is a very, very, very slept on from Italy. He's a high flyer.
Okay.
Yeah, they got an A plus.
They get an
A plus.
They get an A plus just for Jaden Ivey. I don't care. You got Jalen Dirt. That's the cherry on top. Okay. Getting Jaden. What did I say? What did I tell y'all the Sacramento Kings were gonna do? As the GM, I told you guys.
Man.
As a GM, you gotta think about what the team needs. And Sacramento they just didn't need Jaden Ivey. Even though that sucks for them.
Where's Keegan Murray taking them to the play-in?
Look, Keegan Murray is not a bad player. He's a very good player.
No, he's not a bad player, but it's like you passed up on this dude who's gonna be
I
a
can't
generational
believe
player.
the Kings passed up on Jaden Ivey. But you know what? The Pistons have a very, very young team. I'm really looking forward to watching this Pistons team next year. They'll be playing.
Very good. I rebuilt them on 2K today. They'll
be playing the Celtics 4 times a year. I'm really looking forward to every single matchup. Jaden Ivey, Cade, Isaiah Stewart, Marvin Bagley has found his career in Detroit. You got wings Sadiq Bey, bro.
And we got to talk about the trade, the Jeremy Grant trade.
Jeremy Grant, they got rid of Jeremy Grant, and they got themselves a first-round pick. But I'm very shocked. Here's what I'm confused about. The asking price for Jeremy Grant was 2 to 3 first-round picks a year ago. That's what Detroit was asking from Boston.
It's because the expiring contract just really lowers
That's
that
very
value
true,
down.
yeah.
And everyone knows he's on the market.
Yeah.
And I personally think a lot of teams are waiting for this offseason to trade for him, knowing that his value would be very low.
These 2 trades, like the Christian Wood and the Jeremy Grant trade, the return price was a lot lower than what we expected.
Yeah. But Detroit's future is looking really, really good. I'm
And they
really
have
looking forward to seeing Detroit. And I think they could be
they
easily be a playoff team in 1 to 2 years. No doubt about it.
they have the most cap space in the NBA now.
Exactly. They're gonna get a guy like DeAndre. I'm telling you, man. If they get Ayton,
You think they go for Aiden now? They just drafted.
they could go get Miles Bridges. They
Yes,
can get
I
Bridges
do.
I
or
think they'll get
Ayton.
Miles Bridges. I think
Either
they'll get Miles.
one.
I don't know if they go after Aiden.
Can't they get Bridges and Aiden?
They can. They have
Uh,
47 million and sign and trade someone away. Sign and trade a guy like Corey Joseph away who opted into his player option.
or
Or like
Olynyk.
Kelly
I was gonna say
Olynyk. Oh,
Kelly
I'm
Olynyk is
telling
on.
Kelly
you,
Olynyk.
bro. Detroit has a really good future. Um, I'm really looking for.
I think Brunson's out the. I think Brunson's not gonna go there
No, Brunson's not going there.
just because it took Ivy.
Yeah, but I really like this Detroit team. Easy A+.
Yeah, easy A plus for all of us. Golden State, Patrick Baldwin Jr. and Ryan Rollins. Shout out to Ryan Rollins, bro. Golden State they just get their guys, bro. Ryan Rollins is such a good player.
All I know is Patrick Baldwin can shoot that thing, bro. Like it's like catch and shoot like Klay Thompson at times, man. He can shoot, and it's exactly what fits Golden State's system. So I'm gonna give Golden State a B on this one. Um, Again, you're not really expecting to get too much at 28, but to get a guy that fits your system, it's a B.
I'm giving them an A just because I love Patrick Baldwin Jr. pick. I love Ron Rollins pick.
I actually called that too. I said Patrick Baldwin at 28 in my mock draft. I'm proud of that one.
Yeah, Patrick Baldwin. He reminds me of like Michael Porter Jr. a little bit. Just like a little watered down version because obviously MPJ was a lot higher. But Patrick Baldwin Jr. would have gone a lot higher if he didn't go to Milwaukee. He went to the wrong school in my opinion, but he's really talented. Dude. He can definitely shoot the ball, and he's like 6'8", 6'9", so he has size as well. So, yeah, I'm giving them an A.
I'll give the Warriors here a B plus. I think Patrick Baldwin was expected to drop to 28, so I don't really think that it's a steal there either. Tyrese Smart and Gui Santos are not really too intriguing, at least to me. I'm not too familiar with them.
The Hawks.
But I don't think it's nothing too ecstatic here for the Warriors, but obviously a good draft landing Patrick Baldwin late in this first round. Oh, real? I'm on ESPN. It says he.
Yeah, I'm on
Tyrese
ESPN
Martin
too. Tyrese Martin, the Warriors and the Hawks traded Tyrese Martin and Ryan Rollins for each other.
Oh, okay. So then Rylan Rollins is on them.
Yeah, from Toledo.
Okay, I'm familiar with that name. At least more, not two, but Patrick Baldwin had an off year at Milwaukee last year, but I'm sure I'm not sure if he'll get too much minutes, but at least a spot on that Warriors team is going to give him the experience back and his skill back.
All right, Rockets, Jabari Smith Jr., Ari Easton, Ty Washington, A+ for me.
Yeah, A+ for me as well. Having Jabari Smith land at 3, shame on those first two teams, man. Shame on y'all. Jabari Smith is going to show up. I'm telling you, I'm going to ride on this hill. Jabari Smith will be a top 20 player in this league in 3 to 4 years. Book it. Book it. He's that good. He's that guy. He is that guy. And the Rockets got him at 3. I thought it was going to be Paolo, but Jabari Smith is going to be excellent for Houston. Excellent draft. Tari Eason too. He was one of my favorite players in this draft. Excellent draft by them. A+, no doubt about it.
It's an A+ for me because I'm happy that they didn't take the point guard at 17, and they kind of knew that Ty was going to be available, or someone was going to be available at 29 or 26. They had 26 and they traded it with the Timberwolves, but yeah, they got Easton at 17, so they filled out the wing. I'm happy. I had him going with Jabari in my actual mock draft, and I had him going with Ousmane Dieng because I thought Easton was going to be gone, and then I had him going with Ty. So I kind of missed on one pick for the Rockets, but if they had Usman Jang, I would have had all of them. But Tari Eason is, I think, better than Usman Jang. I think Tari Eason is a stud. They get an A+ for me. I'm just very happy with what they do.
I second that. I think that Tari Eason is going to be better than Usman Jang. I said in the mock draft, Tari Eason is one of my favorite prospects here. I think landing spot in Houston with the 17th pick is going to be a really good situation. Obviously, not really a good winning situation, but minutes wise, playing time wise, definitely going to get a big opportunity here. And then obviously the main one of the night, Jabari Smith landing him at 3 after or at least I projected him to go number 1. Obviously that turn of events at the last second with Banchero going number 1. We'll get to that in a minute with Orlando. Seeing Checo 2, Jabari Smith dropping to 3 kind of surprised me, but it's going to be fun to see him and Jalen Green go to work with Tari Eason, obviously going to be in that rotation. So looking forward to watching the Rockets this year.
Yeah, I'm tuning into the Rockets games, for sure. Indiana, I might have to tune into their games. They took my favorite player, Ben Mathurin. Andrew Nemhard, very high IQ guard, from Gonzaga, played with Chet. And then Kendall Brown, who fell to like 49. So I thought they had a pretty good draft. Is anyone giving their grades?
Oh, you glitched out. Oh, my bad. Hudson, make sure to cut that part out. Anyways, I'm gonna give. Okay, y'all know how much I hated the Pacers for being such mediocre fucks for the last 3 years. But guess what? They've turned the corner, and Indiana is no longer a team that I hate now. They have fully embraced the tanking and young culture development. Except for Miles Turner, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be part of that young core. Look, Ben Mathurin's a great player. Kendall Brown, I'm pretty sure I had my first round mock. They nailed this draft. I have to give Indiana an A, and that's shocking for me to say. I thought I'd never say that in my entire life Indiana would receive an A for a pick, for a draft. It's insane. Good for Indiana. They're a really good, they're really developing. It's good to see them, come up and not be a mediocre team anymore. Kind of glad, because I hated this team for being such mediocre fucks. But I'm glad they're not. I have to give them an A.
Give them an 8-2.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably be giving the Pacers a. Oh, my fault.
No. I was gonna say I'm giving them an A. I called the Ben Mathurin pick, so I'm happy about that. And Andrew Nemhard is a very high IQ guard. Andrew Nemhard is who I Celtics. He went very, very high. At 32, a lot higher than I expected. At 31 maybe. And then, what's his name? Kendall Brown. I thought was a steal, dude. I had Kendall Brown going in the first round.
Yeah.
So I'm giving them an A.
Yeah, I'm gonna third that, second or whatever. I'm giving the Pacers an A here. Andrew Nemhard, I think grabbing him with the first pick in the second round is going to be pretty good for them. Young point guard out of Gonzaga, and Benedict Mathurin. I'm a big fan of his game, and honestly, if no, we didn't make any big boards or anything, but if I were to make a big board, I would probably have him over a guy like Keegan Murray and Shaedon Sharp. Obviously, he led Arizona to that number 1 seed, and their season came up short. But I'm very excited to see him with the Pacers this year.
The Clippers, I think we can skip them. They didn't really do. They got Musa Diabate, which is a solid pick. I like him. I like him a lot, but he's a project, so we'll skip them for now. The Lakers, Max Christie is a good pick. He can shoot the ball.
Oh, Suhas, let me go first on this, okay? I have to give the Lakers an A, man. And here's the reason why. Getting Dyson Daniels at 8. Oh wait. Oh wait. It went to New Orleans.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness. Imagine if the Lakers still had that first round pick, bro. That's funny.
That was a pick, yeah.
What website are you on?
Oh, anyways, what
That was,
was I about to say about Max Christie? 32% from three. Let me quote Skip Bayless here real quick. Give me like a
Yes.
second here, folks. Hold up.
quote Russell Westbrook too, because
Yeah,
he
let
deleted
me
that
quote
tweet.
Russell Westbrook here too. Yes, here we go. Quote: Skip Bayless. Lakers acquire a second round pick. Take Michigan State's Max Christie, who only shot 32% from three last season. Perfect. He'll fit in right in with LeBron and Westbrook. Russell Westbrook replies on Twitter and says, "Wash your mouth. Don't say anything here you wouldn't say to my face." That is an appropriate response from Westbrook. Um, and
Like
it is a
first
fact.
tweet in like 3 months, bro.
He never responds to anybody on Twitter.
He doesn't
He
tweet.
doesn't
He doesn't
tweet.
tweet at
That's
all.
what's stunning about this. You never see Westbrook act like this. I'm sure we'll see this on Undisputed on Monday for sure.
Yeah, no,
No,
yeah, that's
what
gonna
was
be
I about to
funny.
say?
Yeah.
Max Christie. Look, what Skip Bayless is not wrong. He's not wrong. Um, he's not wrong. He's an average 3-point shooter.
Nah. Don't let the percentages fool you. This guy can shoot.
He
I,
can
wa- I watched him in person, bro. This guy he can shoot the ball, bro. He's like he didn't have a great year. Obviously, the shooting percentages are up and down, but he can definitely shoot the ball. This is a good pick. Like I hate the Lakers, but this is a good pick.
Okay. What was I about to say? Look, shit. What was I about to say? He might fit in with Westbrook. I mean, fine.
I don't think he's gonna play. I think he's gonna be in the G League, but
I mean, they can use anybody. The Lakers can use everybody. He's gonna be a
yeah.
project, so I'll give the Lakers a C plus. Um, that not having that lottery pick is gonna hurt. Dyson Daniels would have fit perfectly, I think, on the Lakers. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt.
He can't shoot though.
Yeah, but like I feel like he still would have fit though. I don't know. For some reason, I feel like he would have fit.
Yeah. I don't got nothing to say about the Lakers. I'll give him a B or B plus or something. Yeah, it's just a solid pick.
I'll give him a B minus too. I don't really have much to say.
Memphis. Let me go first on Memphis. I want to go first on Memphis. They some trade. They I think urgently owned the 22nd and the 29th pick. They ended up trading both of those for 19, where they took Jake LaRavia, which I thought was too high. Then they traded DeAnthony Melton for 23 and Danny Green. At 23, they took David Roddy, which again I thought was too high. And then they took Kennedy Chandler at 38, so they kind of redeemed themselves a little bit in my eyes. But the first two picks alone, I would be fine if you took one of them. You took Jake LaRavia and David Roddy, who both play the same position. You have a loaded front court. You traded away DeAnthony Melton, so I thought the 23rd pick would have to be a guard. Instead, you take a power forward when you just took one. David Roddy is a 6'4" power forward, bro. He's legitimately a 6'4", 260-pound power forward. He cannot handle the ball. He's a back to the basket player. Like I don't understand why they took him and Jake LaRavia. Very very confusing draft. Just because of the Kennedy Chandler pick, I'm giving them a C plus. Otherwise, this should be like a C minus D for me. I'm just not happy.
Yeah. I have to give the Memphis Grizzlies a D as well. That was my reaction, Suas. Like LaRavia at 19, like I know for a fact none of us had this dude going in the first round. None of us. Not in any of our mocks.
I had going 30. I had him going 30. I had him going 30.
30? Okay. I didn't have him in my first round. And I know
Wait,
LaRavia.
who are you talking
Jake
about?
Yeah, and then
Okay,
David Roddy's interesting because at Colorado State, like, it's interesting because yeah, you're absolutely right. You traded away DeAnthony Melton, So does that mean you think you're getting Tyus Jones back? Like, it's confusing. But this is a D. Kennedy Chandler's fine. Like, you get a guard back. Maybe they do think Tyus Jones is walking out the door. But it kind of baffles me, the 2 first-round picks. Like, it just doesn't make sense. So yeah, I have to give it D.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them a D plus. Just to make sure the picks they had, which is probably wrong because it's on ESPN, but did they end up taking
No, that was
Walker
Minnesota.
Kessler?
Nope.
Ty Washington?
The Grizzlies?
Yeah.
Dude, don't look at ESPN. All those picks are traded. I'm on a different site now.
All right, I'm gonna get another website up. Who did they
They
get
got
again?
Corey via David Roddy and Kennedy Chandler.
Kennedy Chandler is a pick that I do like. At least drafting him where he was. Laravia, I remember now. Laravia, we all said was a reach when he was drafted, which was probably mid to late first round. I don't think any of it, or you just said Suas, you had him like 30. I don't think me and Tejas had him even in our first round, so do not really like that pick there. And then David Roddy was another reach that I remember saying. Do not really like that pick either, but I'm gonna go get a new website to find out these picks.
Yeah, I'm on USA Today, Hudson. If you want to go to that one. Milwaukee
Okay, cool.
Bucks took Marjan Beauchamp, which I thought was a good pick. I'm gonna give them an A.
Yeah, I have to give Milwaukee an A too. Beauchamp was one of my favorite players in this draft. They got him. Good for them.
Hudson.
My bad. Who's
Beauchamp.
where and who they
Milwaukee
draft?
took Marjan Beauchamp.
Right. Seeing him fall and landing in Milwaukee is actually a really nice pick for them. So I'll give them an A minus.
Yeah, he can't shoot or shit, but he can like defend really well. He's very athletic. So yeah, it's a good pick. Minnesota took Walker Kessler and traded for Wendell Moore. Took Josh Minot in the second round. What are your thoughts? I know me and Hudson didn't like the Walker Kessler pick.
No, at all.
Walker Kessler with Minnesota.
What are
Look,
your thoughts?
I think
Yeah, Walker Kessler and Wendell Moore.
Suhash, I know you don't like Walker Kessler, but I'm gonna be honest. He's a defensive anchor. He's not gonna get much PT with Minnesota. He might be a backup. I'm gonna give Minnesota a B. I like the Wendell Moore pick, and I think Walker Kessler, if he's given the right development, he can blossom. He's got the defensive IQ. He's an anchor man on that side of the ball. Offensively, he's a little challenged, but I actually have no problem with this pick. Good for Minnesota.
I
just didn't think they
Okay.
should have
Well,
a center that high. There was no reason to reach on a set when you had a second round pick. There's not a deep center class after Mark Williams. All these other centers have been taken in the second round. That's why I really like what the Raptors did. They took Chris Koloko at 33, which we'll get to them. We'll get to the Raptors, but I think Christian Koloko is better than Walker Kessler anyway. So I like what the Raptors like. The Timberwolves taking center at 22 was very baffling to me. Wendell Moore is a good pick though. I like Wendell Moore, but Walker Kessler is head scratching, especially when you have Naz Reid as a backup.
Yeah, I was really surprised to see Walker Kessler go this high, and I told you guys yesterday, it's not even the fact that Minnesota really reached, it's just the fact that he's not like that good of a player. Like he's like, I wouldn't be surprised if he went in the late second round, but here he is going in the mid first round, and that just really shocked me. Like you said, Minnesota obviously already has their center in Karl Anthony Towns for the next years, obviously, and then Naz Reid is the backup there, and even some other big guys you could throw in that position. So it just really shocked me that Minnesota went this way at number 19. Really think they could have used that pick on something else, possibly a guy like EJ Liddell, who fell, but we'll get to that later. and really did not like the draft from them. So I'll probably give them a C minus.
I'm pretty sure. Okay, the next team is the Pelicans, with EJ Liddell is picked by the Pelicans. So Dyson Daniels and EJ Liddell. I mean, they got an A+ for me.
A+. Dyson Daniels is such a perfect fit for them. He's going to be the point guard of the future. Such a W. Such a W.
Yeah, I was saying in the mock draft, Dyson Daniels is probably my favorite prospect in this draft. So seeing him go to New Orleans, where he is a really, really good fit, is going to be really, really fun to watch. Also getting EJ Liddell, who fell to that second round spot where they were at, was really surprising to me. And taking him, they got a lot of good defenders.
That's why
it's
an A+. The reason it's an A+ for me is because they took EJ Liddell at 41. Dyson Daniels is good, but I think Dyson Daniels is expected to go there at 8.
And honestly, I'm hoping that Zion can come back so that we can see this team in full effect. Seeing Brandon Ingram, CJ McCollum, Valanciunas is still there. Dyson, I'm actually really excited to see what the Pelicans can work together with. Obviously, Willie Green now having that experience as head coach. A lot of their players with the playoff experience. This team could be pretty good next year.
This is the steal of the draft because they don't need him to. They don't need him to be like he doesn't. They're not relying on him to be like really great because their team is already set as far as rebuilding. Like it's not like as low as some of these other teams were. Like they're already advanced because they made the playoffs and they have a lot of talent on their roster already, and they're missing Zion. When he gets back, they're going to be really good. So they're not. You don't need EJ Liddell to be like a stud. But for where they took him at 41, dude, that's a steal. That's I think the steal of the draft. And Dyson Daniels is a very good player as well. Knicks. I have nothing to say.
F. Are you kidding me?
I mean, they took Trevor Keels.
F. They didn't draft anybody from what I heard.
Trevor Keels?
Yeah. No, they drafted Trevor Keels in the second round, but it's still an F to me.
How do you wonder something that badly though?
Dude, I don't know what I was shocked at first. I thought, damn, the Knicks just made a hell of a trade because I saw multiple first round picks, and I'm like, how are they getting multiple first round picks from going from 11 to 12? And then they said 12 wasn't even in the deal. I'm like,
to give up 11 to get rid of Kemba Walker's contract.
So you mean 13?
They did.
Didn't they have 11
was
to start
traded
off
to
with?
Oklahoma City.
Yeah, that was a separate trade, but technically 13 was traded.
Yeah, whatever it was.
Because they had the trade to get Duran, and then traded
whichever it was.
Duran,
those first round picks are protected. They're not going to do anything. Like it's
exactly.
Other than the fact that they're banking on Jalen Brunson signing with them. Imagine if Jalen Brunson doesn't sign with them.
Is Jalen Brunson KD?
No.
Why are we acting like Jalen Brunson is like all of a sudden like an all-star? Like he's good, bro.
Bro, I can already see the Knicks completely overpaying Jalen Brunson.
They want to pay him $100 million deal.
Imagine he doesn't sign there, and then they're left with all this cap space. They think they're.
I mean, it wouldn't be the worst position.
I hope they sign him. And that's crazy that Jalen Brunson.
Imagine they settle for some other guard.
Jalen Brunson
And overpay him.
They're spending that money.
Yeah, they're spending that money.
They're gonna spend that
Evan
money.
Fournier contract last year that they gave out, not looking too good.
Yeah. But apparently he's gonna be in a sign and trade somewhere, but or not sign and trade somewhere, but yeah, just a terrible. Even the Trevor Keels pick, I like Trevor Keels, but he's not gonna get opportunity. There's too many guards. Oklahoma City, Chet Holmgren, Jalen Williams.
Usman Jang.
Both Jalen Williams.
Usman Jang.
And they drafted Usman Jang. Yeah, Usman Jang.
A plus. Oklahoma City done it. Look, I was kind of pissed off that they didn't take Jabari Smith, but Chet is no joke either. And the fact that they got Usman Jang, who's going to be a project, but Jalen Williams too, who's a stud in my opinion, and they also got the other Jalen Williams. Knock out of the park from OKC in my opinion. They're going to be another team I'm going to be watching next year too. Really good team. In a great draft.
Yeah. Y'all know, Jalen Williams is my boy. Y'all know that from Santa Clara. I just the only concern that I have with OKC is they're bringing a lot of rookies in. I just do not like when teams. I mentioned this on the mock draft. I don't like when teams bring in more than 2 rookies in, but they brought in 4 rookies this season.
There was
3 last season.
There was a tweet that came out today from NBA In Depth. You know what he said? That OKC training camp is gonna be crazy, bro. 17 players competing for 15 spots, and almost 10 of them are rookies and sophomores.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I just don't like. I think there's gonna be a logjam for someone. I just don't know. As much as I like Jalen Williams, I don't know how much opportunity he's getting. You have Trey Man, Giddey, and Shea. So it's like, I mean, I don't know. Like, you got to at some point these players have to develop, and it's like, how are they all gonna develop when they're all on the same team? Like, Sam Presti could be building another James Harden, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook situation where one of them might have to go eventually.
Fair. I would like to see. Go ahead, Hudson.
And they're. I was just gonna say, then they'll probably end up just trading one of those guys for more picks.
Yeah, I would like to see Shai Gilgeous-Alexander take a leap this year, turn into an all-star. But I just don't know in the Western Conference, so we'll see.
Moving on to the Orlando Magic. Wait, did we all give the Thunder A pluses? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Orlando Magic. Yes. I'm gonna kick my feet up and have you guys talk about the Magic. I had Paolo going on anyway.
Paolo, I'm giving the Magic a B because Paolo, he's not the best player in this draft. He's not the best player in this draft. He's not the best player in this draft. I'm sorry.
He's better than Jabari Smith. That's all I know.
Hell no.
And I love Jabari Smith. Jabari Smith is not a go-to guy. That's the problem.
And Paolo Banchero
he's a complementary piece. Have you seen Paolo Banchero 6'10" with that handle?
Bro. Stop it, dude. Let me ask
There's
you
a clip
question.
out there of Jabari Smith trying to handle the ball.
Why do you think?
All I know is Cameron McGusty kind of locked him down.
Let me ask you a question. What the heck? Okay. Let me ask you a question. Why do you think UNC wasn't scared of Paolo Banchero at all? Because you can stop Paolo Banchero. You can control him.
He dropped 24 in that game.
The second championship game? And why did they lose? Why did they lose?
He dropped in the 20s. Not because of him, bro.
He fell apart down the stretch.
It wasn't him, dude. Trevor Hughes missed a 3 to win the game, to tie the game.
They should have given the ball to Paolo.
Mark Williams missed like 10 free throws. Did he not, bro? Mark Williams missed like every free throw he took.
Paolo is not that guy, bro. He's not that guy.
He is that guy, dude. Y'all can keep sleeping. He's the best player in the draft because he's the only player that can be the number one option on a championship team.
He's gonna be a bust. Mark my words, bro. Ain't no way.
Not, bro.
Orlando's just stupid, bro. Why would you?
That's the best pick they could have made, bro. He's the most NBA ready prospect in the draft. He's 6'10", bringing the ball up. His handle is off the charts at his size. He can play make. He can shoot the ball.
He can't shoot.
35% from 3. So I don't know why. He shot 35% from 3 in
college 3, bro.
He can. Bro, he can still shoot the ball, bro. We're going off of everyone's college 3 anyway, so I don't get what your point is. That is a college 3. He can definitely finish at the rim. Offensively, he has the entire package. The only thing that he has to work on is defense, and he's done. He has everything. Like that. The only.
Like it's not even about actually the defense. It's not even about actually like defense. It's about the consistency. sometimes he just he slacks on the defense.
Yeah, like he has the tools to be a good defender. It's just that he doesn't show effort on that end sometimes.
Offensively, he can be exposed
No, he
at
doesn't.
times. Okay, and you know what? So can Jabari Smith. But you know what Jabari Smith can do that Paolo can't? He can shoot right over your face. Pull up jumper, elbow right over your face.
That's the only thing he can do, bro. He cannot. There's a 3-minute clip of Jabari Smith getting ripped of him trying to handle the ball.
You can work on that.
He cannot handle the ball. He cannot finish at the rim.
You can work on that, bro.
But you know, you can work on. It's easier to work on your shot than working on your handle.
Okay, look at Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown did not have a handle coming into this league. It took him. He has somewhat of a handle. He has turnover issues. We'll get to that later.
Hudson, does he have a handle? Because we saw him, Oladipo, ripping him every possession that he drove at him.
Jaylen Brown? I mean, with Oladipo on him, looks like he was just like a bench player. That's what he looked like.
Jaylen Brown is a jump shooter.
Okay, coming into the league, Jaylen Brown was not a jump shooter.
Yeah, so he improved his shot. You're making my point. Paolo can do the same thing.
He could not handle the ball, bro, at times.
Okay, but what's better? Is Jaylen Brown's shot or handle better?
His shot is better. His handle still needs work, but you can work on that, okay? Your shot, you can work on your shot too.
But the guy is 6'10".
Offensive consistency from Paolo is just not there, okay? It's just not there for me, and he can get. He's going to be a bust, Suhas.
Dude, like apart from this, he's not going to be a bust. That's the dumbest thing you could have said.
He's not that guy.
He's the opposite of a bust, bro. He's the opposite of a bust. He's literally NBA. You can't be NBA ready and be a bust too. He's gonna be great. He's probably gonna be very good, man. I might actually go to some Magic games because I've been watching them draft disappointment after disappointment, and I'm happy they made the right pick because Paolo has the most potential to be the number one option on the championship team. Jabari will be a complimentary piece.
What?
He's not going to be a number one guy. He can be a good number two. Y'all know I was on the Jabari train before anyone in this chat. And that's a fact. You can check the group chat if you want. But I think that Jabari Smith, I just think at 6'10", yeah, he has a shot, but I hate the KD comparison. KD has a tight handle, bro. He cannot Jabari Smith would tear his Achilles trying to cross over like KD. Like there's no way he can do that. He can shoot over people, which is a great skill to have, and he can pull up in transition. But as far as and he can post up. He has a good post up game. I like Jabari Smith. I'm not saying he's a bad player, but he cannot finish at the rim, and his ball handling is suspect. Chet Holmgren, I think, could have been the number one overall pick. I don't mind Chet Holmgren. Like I would have. I would have liked Paolo, obviously, but I would have liked Chet over Jabari just because of the fact that Chet's rim protection is so elite and it's one of a kind that I have not seen in a prospect in so long. Like it's not even just his strength; it's his instincts that just make him so good. Like obviously he's not strong, but he just has something. I don't know. It's instincts that you cannot teach with Chet. That just makes him a very very good prospect. But yeah, I just think that Paolo has the complete package offensively, and that's exactly what the Magic need. Who was the go-to guy for the Magic? Cole Anthony? Like Paolo Banchero was wiping him off the
It would have been Jabari Smith.
But again, I don't think Jabari Smith can be he doesn't have the potential to be a go-to guy as good as Paolo does. He can especially because Paolo can bring the ball up in transition. Can handle the ball, can play make, which I think is very underrated. He can throw lobs, he can catch lobs. He's obviously not as good of a shooter as Jabari, but I trust his shot. He shot 35% from three. I think he can get that up in the NBA if he wants to. His mid-range game is already very good. It's just a 3-point shot on offense. That's probably his biggest weak spot. And then defensively, he has the tools. He just needs to put it together on that end. And he's gonna be a combination of I don't know. I don't even know what to compare him because he's just so different from everyone that I've seen so far. But he just looks different. He just looks very, very
We
polished.
can move on. I'm not hearing this from Pop. I'm not hearing it. He's not that guy, Suhas. In my opinion, he's just not.
Dude, you said he's gonna be a
okay.
bust.
I over exaggerated. Obviously, he's just not that guy in my opinion. Okay, he's just not.
Hudson, Hudson, what do you think before we move on?
I just think that I'm not the guy that watches college basketball all season. I'm kind of just the one that watches film about a week before the actual draft. But based off of what I've seen, there's a lot of places where each player needs to improve. But based off of what I've seen and what everybody else says, I'm sticking with it, saying that Jabari Smith is the best player in this class. Now, there's going to be a ton of different things that go on the season, but you just got to remember that we can't be judging these players based off of this first season. And especially off of like the first half of the season. You got to wait at least like 3 years to pull back and say I told you so, something like that.
Last point. Paolo Banchero's big. I understand where you're coming from. He's dominant. But he's doing this dominant. He was doing this dominance against college players. He's not going to be doing that in the NBA. It's just not going to happen. A power forward's his size. It's just not going to happen. Like, he's not going to be dominant. He's not going to be playing.
He's quicker than most. He's quicker. He's faster than most power forwards.
He's
already.
not going to be playing bully ball like that in the NBA. No way. You can always shoot over someone.
76.
But you can't always play bully ball in the NBA. It just doesn't work like that.
He doesn't play bully ball.
What?
He's not a back to the basket player.
Let's move on. He's
a face up player.
Let's move on before
he takes
I start
face up
saying
mid range
something.
jump shots. Philly traded for DeAnthony Melton. Solid trade, I guess. They didn't have a pick.
Yeah, solid for them, I guess. We can't really give him a grade, so if I wanted to give him a grade for the trade, I'd say B. DeAnthony Melton's an player, so.
Phoenix didn't have a pick. Portland took Shaden Sharp.
Oh,
don't want to give you grades or what?
I didn't think you. I thought you were going to talk. No, but Shaden Sharp's a good player. When Dame eventually leaves/retires, Anthony Simons and Shaden Sharp are going to be a really good backcourt. I'm really looking forward to it. And Portland's got help, man. Jeremy Grant. He's not as good as CJ, but hopefully he can give Dame some relief. And maybe I think they end up making one more trade. And I think they might ship out Josh Hart. I have a feeling it's him. He seems like the only guy that might get shipped out. Nasir Little's going to be a big part of that team. I think Nurkic also gets shipped out. We'll see what the Blazers do. They're in an interesting spot. I'm going to give them an A, though. Shaden Sharp is an excellent pick.
Yeah, this guy's obviously, as said a lot, the mystery man in this draft. Didn't play a single game at the University of Kentucky. Last time we saw him play competitive basketball was in high school in the EYBL thing. So it's going to be interesting to see how things go his rookie season playing alongside Damian Lillard, and guys like Jeremy Grant, Yusuf Nurkic, and stuff. But obviously, all the rumors were put aside with the 7th pick for OG Anunoby, stuff like that. They took Shaden Sharp, who, as crazy as it sounds, obviously not even playing at that college level. I feel like the way he played in high school looked pretty NBA ready to me. And obviously that's against other high school players. But I just feel like the way he plays, he may be an electric player in this league. And I don't think he's going to be one of those busts that, thought that he could just come straight out of high school and be able to do his thing in the NBA. But I don't think he's going to be bust. I don't think he's going to be superstar. I think he's going to be possibly an all-star one day. But I think the Blazers did the right thing taking Shane Sharp here as they look to build a team around Damian Lillard.
Sacramento with Keegan Murray. They took someone else too. I just got checked.
I'm gonna go ahead and say Sacramento gets a B.
Yeah,
They get a
just Keegan
B,
Murray.
even though they passed on Jaden Ivey. I still think Keegan Murray is going to be a good player in this league. But passing up on Jaden Ivey, Kings fans are going to regret that for years.
I'm giving them a D. You just don't pass on Jaden Ivey. That's a Kings move.
I'm giving them a C minus. I'm not as high on Keegan Murray as I am as a lot of other people.
I'm not a Keegan Murray.
He's a bad player.
Keegan Murray fan either.
Yeah, he's a good player and stuff, but it's not even about picking Keegan Murray. It's about passing on a certain guy named Jaden Ivey. I feel like he's a player. In a couple years, we look back thinking, why didn't this guy go top 3? And obviously realizing it was only down to those 3 guys between Banchero, Jabari Smith, and Chet Holmgren. But I think we're going to be looking back thinking we really didn't think that this guy was better than any of those 3 bigs. And I think him alongside Cade.
I don't understand why they didn't trade the pick.
And I think that the thing was that I think their asking price was too high, but I mean I just don't even know. I think Detroit knew that if nobody else was going to be trading up, there's no reason for them to trade up, so that kind of eliminated them. But I don't know. I'm sure teams were obviously calling left and right about that pick, but I think Sacramento just wanted too much, decided to take their guy. And would have been a pretty good day to be a Pistons fan, landing Jaden Ivey, but him alongside Cade and soon to be DeAndre Ayton 2 is definitely, could be happening. We'll see though. But I'm giving the Kings a C minus.
Miami, Nikola Jovic.
I'll let you guys two go for this.
Honestly, yeah. Honestly, just surprising. He wasn't a guy that I was keeping on my radar too much. I thought that he would go before 27, but I was honestly, kind of maybe hoping for a guy like Kennedy Chandler or Jaden Hardy or a guy like that, or maybe even EJ Liddell. Jovic kind of surprised me, if I'm being honest. Because like I said, he wasn't on my radar too much, but you guys were saying in that mock draft that he's literally the worst defender in the draft, which when I remembered that one of you guys said that, it kind of just...
was me. He's not a good defender.
Made me think, why... Right, yeah, you said he could possibly be one of the worst. I'm like, then why did we take him? Because this team is all about defense.
The reason we took him is because the defense is going to
for...
be there regardless of whether we take someone or not. We just need offensive help. That's why they took him.
Right, but then if we're looking for the offensive help, is Nikola Jovic really the best option for that?
But if we were just going for like offensive games, he's a lottery pick. But obviously defense isn't a part, which is why he was so low. He can do everything on offense, bro. He can shoot, he can play, he can handle the ball, he can finish at the rim. He literally does everything on offense. He's like, I don't know, like he's very high upside. Which is why I'm very intrigued with this pick, because Heat never take a European player. I don't remember the last time the Heat taken a European player. So clearly they see something in this guy that they can develop. And they said that he has tools to be a defender. He just doesn't. He just needs to develop strength. I think that's the only problem. He has the length and all that. Just has to be stronger. It's a good pick though, just because it's the 27th overall. I don't think you can like make a mistake with that pick. Like there's no bad pick that's that late in the first round. So I'm just gonna give it an A or a B plus something.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. I'll give the Heat a B on it because I'm not too sure about Jovic yet. Looking forward to see how he plays this season alongside the guys here down in Miami. But yeah, after hearing what you said about his offensive game, I'm looking forward to see what he can handle.
For the Heat, look, Suhas, you mentioned this yesterday. It's sort of a high ceiling. Well, not high ceiling. How do I characterize this? Good potential type of pick, and that's what Pat Riley was going for. Jovic has the offensive potential to be a really good player in this league off the dribble. He can sort of play make at times. Good pick. I'm gonna give this a B though. We'll see if he develops anything. He's gonna be playing behind a ton of players though, so we'll see. We'll see.
All right, the Spurs.
Dude, we
My
called
guy
that shit,
Jeremy Sohan.
Subas.
I think we called that pick. Yeah, we called that pick. At 9. Malachi Random fell all the way to 20. Blake Wesley at 25.
I'm giving the Spurs an
Was
A.
the first round.
Excellent choices of picks. High IQ players. I really like their picks, except for Branham. I'm not really a big Malachi Branham fan. I think I mentioned that in my mock. I'm not really a big fan. But so the Sohan pick, I'm so hype. Pop is going to turn him into a really good player. And Spurs' future, their young core is really good. We'll see what they do. I have to give them an A though.
I just don't like. I like the Sohan pick a lot, and I like Branham. I just don't know. They have a lot of these 6'4", 6'5" guards on the team. I can count about 4 or 5, maybe even 6 of them. After Primo last year, they have Hudson's boy Lonnie Walker.
But okay, what's wrong with having 6'4",
then they
6'5"
have
guards? What's wrong with
Malachi
that?
Branham.
That's fine.
They have many of them.
Okay, too many.
How do they all play?
You're gonna have to trade one of them.
Blake Wesley, Malachi Branham, Romeo
Josh
Leonard,
Richardson.
Lonnie Walker, Josh Richardson, Josh Primo. You just got Doug McDermott last year in free agency. Like, any of these,
They need more
6'5"
6'9"
wing
guys
players.
that can play small forward and power forward. But they already have Keldon Johnson too.
Johnson's like a 6'4" forward too.
Yeah,
he's
he
not
plays
that big
small
actually.
forward.
Yeah, so I just don't know how to play all these guys. Is the problem. But I mean, it was good value. Malachi Branham at 20 was really surprising. I didn't expect to fall that far.
Yeah, like Tage, I was saying, but I was muted that Brandon fell. You may not be a fan of that pick, but the fact is that he fell there, so that was kind of a steal, grabbing him at wherever they were. But Sohan, I will admit, kind of caught me off guard. I was expecting Jalen Duren, but we'll see. I told you guys yesterday I wasn't too certain about that pick. Obviously, potentially the best defensive player in the draft, but just not sure if that's the reason why you can take him that high. Don't get me wrong, he's a great player. I'm just really surprised he was taken in that top 10 position. Branham, I'm a fan of out of Ohio State. The fact that he fell was a really nice deal for the Spurs. And then Blake Wesley was a guy who I considered could be a guy going to the Heat. I like his game too. So Spurs, I'm going to be giving an A to.
Yeah, and then I think we're down to the last 3 teams. So Toronto, Christian Koloko in this round. I think that's a very good pick. It was very predictable. I called this pick. I could this pick for like a while now. This is like a Masai Ujiri like type pick for sure. African big from the same country as Pascal Siakam, and he's I think better than Walker Kessler. I'm glad they stayed put and took him in the second round. He's a center that they would need. So
I'm gonna give him a B.
I'd give him
Loco's
a.
good. I don't know how much PT he's gonna get though. So I'll just stick with the B.
Yeah, I'm actually a fan of Christian Coloco going at number 33. Like you said earlier, Suas, after Mark Williams and Jalen Duren, there's obviously a huge drop off in the center position. So grabbing Coloco at 33 is going to be a good addition for Toronto.
All right, and the last team, because apparently Utah didn't have a pick, but shout out to Utah for grabbing Kofi. The last team is the Wizards, who took Johnny Davis. I call that the 10th pick, and then Yannick Sosa with their second round.
I'm gonna give the
What do y'all think
Wizards a
about
B
Johnny
plus.
Davis?
Johnny Davis is a really good player. He'll fit in really nice. I think Johnny Davis is the early hints may have announced it, but I think Johnny Davis is the Bradley Beal replacement. I have a strong feeling that Bradley Beal is out the door. But I think Johnny Davis.
Apparently, Bradley Beal is like undecided or
I
something
think
about
he's
his
gone,
future.
bro. I think he's
like
gone.
50-50.
Said he made his decision though.
That's
right,
what I'm
bro?
confused about, because how are you gonna make your decision and then tell me you're 50-50?
But then also he tweeted out like, well, remember when they were like, oh, he opted in or whatever, and he was like, wait, what?
I think
like, who says I did that or whatever?
I don't.
no.
So
Wait, so did he opt in or not?
Bradley Beal's been. I think
They reported that
it said
they
he did,
reported
but
that
then
he
he
opted
was
in.
like,
So
did
clearly,
I?
I mean,
No, they
who
opted
reported that he
out.
opted in? Was it Woj? I mean, sorry, opted out.
No, that he opted in. Wait, no. Oh no, he opted out. Right. Never mind. That's what I
Yeah,
meant.
he opted out. Wait, so who opted out?
Jake
Not who
Fisher.
opted out.
Jake
Who reported
Fisher.
that he opted out? Was it Woj? Oh yeah, then that he's wrong. Okay, cool. Jake Fisher's not like a credible guy anyway. I was wondering if there were reports saying that he opted out, but Bradley Beal is saying that he didn't. Like, I don't know what the situation is. So you think he's gone? I think the most likely way for him to be gone is for him to opt in. So I was very
I
confused that
think
he
he just
opted
wants
out.
to be an
Or that
unrestricted
report came out
free
that he
agent.
opted out if he was going to leave. Yeah, but no team has the money. That's what I'm saying. Like, who's going to have the money to sign him?
I have
Especially,
a feeling.
he said he wants to win.
I have a
No
feeling
winning team
Boston's
is
going
going
to
to
throw
have that
Derek
much money.
White, Neesmith, Peyton Pritchard, unfortunately, and a first or second, 2 firsts for Beal. I have a feeling it's a trade package.
But you can't trade for him if
Sign
he
and
opted
trade.
out. He's unrestricted. Yeah, but
It's
don't you have
just a
to opt
player
in
option.
for a sign and trade? But like once you opt out, you don't have to. I don't know how this works like exactly, but like once you opt out, you're not attached to the Wizards anymore, right? So like the Wizards will not need to
No,
take on anyone
but they
else. I think it would just
get
be him.
equal value back. Look at Spencer Dinwiddie. Spencer Dinwiddie. This is from Brooklyn. He was an unrestricted free agent, but because the Nets didn't have enough money, they had to sign and trade. The Wizards didn't have enough money, so they had to sign and trade Dinwiddie over to from Brooklyn. I don't know how it works either, but like I have a
Who
feeling
did Brooklyn get?
if he opts in, it's
Yeah,
only a
I'm not too
1 year
sure.
thing. So I don't know.
Because the thing is, like when we traded Dragic for
Okay,
Kyle
no,
Lowry, Dragic opted in.
you know what the
Pretty
perfect
sure,
thing
right,
is?
Hudson?
Let me give it to you. Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler was an
Yeah, he
unrestricted
did.
free agent heading into the 2019 offseason. He signed with Miami, but it had to be a sign and trade because Miami didn't have enough money, so they gave up Josh Richardson. Think of it that way.
Okay, that makes sense. Because I've seen both ways. Like I said, Dragic opted in because we had to match the salary for Kyle Lowry. So we gave Dragic his team option of 19 million, and then Precious his rookie contract. But I don't know how it really works. But if Bradley Beal's out the door, Johnny Davis is a very good replacement. Hudson, any thoughts?
I'm a fan of the Johnny Davis pick. Looking forward to see what he can bring to the table in Washington, and But obviously, the big thing of Washington this offseason is seeing the situation
I have
of
a
Bradley
strong.
Beal. So
I know you
looking
guys
forward to
don't.
that drama
I'm
coming
being
soon.
a little biased.
Yep.
But I just him and Tatum's relationship might be enough to send him to Boston.
I don't even know if he's leaving though.
I'm
I'm not
not.
convinced he's leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like it's not even. Like, it's just so confusing, this whole entire thing.
He can take $250 million.
I don't think it's about the money for him anymore. He wants to win.
Like I don't know.
That's crazy.
I mean, he wouldn't have signed the extension in the first place.
If I'd be pissed because he tweeted or he quoted something the other day that was on NBA Central that was like, oh, I don't want to just like walk away from a winning opportunity, and he's gonna go re-sign with Boston on this max deal now or something. And he's just gonna like look stupid. It's just gonna be annoying.
Boston?
Huh? No, he said that he doesn't want to walk away from a winning opportunity, and I feel like he's just going to go re-sign with Washington on this match.
Okay. All right, yeah, that's gonna be it. Last thing before we leave, I forgot it for the Hawks.
Yeah, he's
I think
done.
John Collins is done.
Yeah, he's done. I saw the reports. I don't know what team would fit.
And I want the Heat to trade for him.
Okay, who are you going to give up? Hero for John Collins?
I'll give up Hero.
I thought you were saving that for Mitchell.
No, but like I'm saying,
okay, but
I don't think we can get.
If you wanted one, would you rather have Collins?
We can't get Mitchell.
I'd have Mitchell.
Oh, Mitchell. But I'm not. No, Mitchell, but I'm not convinced.
Mitchell, but
I
don't think we're
Mitchell's leaving. That's the problem.
I think if the Heat were pulling a trade for Donovan, it would have already happened.
The 27th pick would be involved. The Jazz want to keep him. Apparently, they're not trading him, even if like he's on the like. There's like rumors that he doesn't want to be there, but they're still not trading him, which is smart. Like he's Donovan Mitchell. They're trying to trade Rudy Gobert.
Do they have a head coach
the
yet?
Jazz?
Yeah. So it's gonna be John Collins for Tyler Hero, Duncan.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Who else? First and Strus. Strus is gonna have to be.
Yurtseven. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure they want Strus. I think they would rather have Yurtseven because he's younger.
Damn, no loyalty.
Dude, it's about winning, bro. John Collins and Bam would fit so well together. I think that he would be a perfect fit next to Bam. Just space the floor and
defensively,
catch lobs,
he's not that good, John Collins.
But yeah. Yeah, but like, I don't think he'd.
What about
everybody else?
I don't think he needed to be like
that.
have Bam next to him anyway. Dude, like, if a team is trying to throw him $30 million like over 3 years, bro, he can go. Like, I'm not too worried about like PJ Tucker.
Bro,
like I was gonna give him 24 mil, but like 30 mil is a lot.
You were hyping up the PJ Tucker signing so bad.
I agree.
Oh my god.
Oh, but he was really good. He was good for us.
I was disappointed in the Eastern Conference Finals.
It wasn't
it was a
disappointment.
Why he had
a debacle game 4 and game 5. Debacle.
I mean, dude, he's not gonna score.
He wasn't doing
PJ
much
Tucker
on the defensive end either. Bro, he played 15 minutes.
He clamped Tatum in one of those games.
PJ Tucker, he played 17 minutes in Game 7 too. He got literally sent out of the game by Al Horford.
Oh. It wasn't Game 7. It was another. It was
Game 3. Game 3 was the Tatum bad game. I think it was 10 points.
Yeah. So I mean, like, he's good, but like, I'm not paying a 37-year-old $30 million over 3 years. Like, he can kick rocks. If he wants that much money, then he can go. I'm not worried about him. If he's not, like, he's a good player, obviously, but PJ Tucker is not fucking LeBron James. Like I don't.
What about Udonis? Is Udonis gonna get re-signed? Dude, he's got to. You know what, Udonis?
Yeah, that's up to him.
You
Bro.
just
Apparently, it's his.
retire and just be a part of the coaching staff, so it doesn't take
Better
part of his salary.
retire. He better retire.
He doesn't. He doesn't.
Then
He
what
doesn't
is he
want to
doing
coach.
on the sideline?
He said he wants to. He wants to be. He said he wants to be
Then do that.
in ownership
Why?
or front office or something. Doesn't matter. 15th point the roster.
You're still paying him his salary, bro.
Okay,
That
but
counts
still,
towards
it
the
still takes
cap.
up that roster spot.
You're but like what 15th player? You're gonna pay anyone that salary. It's not like you can't have a 15th man on the roster.
You might as well have like some sort of rookie
Like
or
what-
like somebody you
which-
can like develop. Exactly.
Yeah, but he ain't gonna
which
play
is
anyway.
why you don't have to pay him.
Oh, but I'm saying even a rookie's not gonna play. Like
But
no
he
matter
can play
who the
during the
15th man on
regular
the roster
season.
is, he's not gonna play.
Dude, you
It
can have
doesn't matter,
Udonis and this rookie.
15th man on the
Yes.
15th man on the rosters.
Sent.
I don't think would get any minutes. Like you could sign him on a two-way or
That's
something
what
and
I'm
just have him
saying,
play in the
bro.
G League.
You're literally having a roster
That's what we-
spot go to waste.
But like what I'm saying is that like I'm not saying every team has this, but like, dude, like I don't think it's that big of a deal that there's a 15th spot on the roster that's not being like used. Like, cause like even like the Thunder did this with Nick Collison, so like I mean, I don't think it's too big of a deal. He'll I think he'll
41.
retire though.
He's got to
What is he,
retire.
40 or something? Yeah, I think.
We could.
Yeah, 41. Yeah, he's gonna retire. But all right, that's gonna be the end of the episode.
Oh no, I was just gonna wrap it up.
You guys anything to say? Yeah, we can wrap it up there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Make sure y'all drop a like, subscribe, comment down below what your thoughts are about every draft pick. We'll see you guys later as always. Peace.